A Mississippi secret followed this man all the way to the Vegas Strip for nearly half a century. Known to locals only by a nickname earned from a childhood tragedy, he left a trail of victims across the valley, each crime mirroring a dark past he brought with him from the Deep South. For decades, the files sat cold, gathering dust in cardboard boxes, while the man with the limp continued to walk free. But as technology caught up with his shadows, a single microscopic link would finally bridge the gap between 1978 and the modern day, revealing a truth more chilling than any desert legend.
Welcome back to 10 by 10 Confidential, where we dig deep into the files they tried to keep closed. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone tuning in. Your support is what keeps these investigations alive. Before we open this case file, please smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell so you get a notification the second our next video gets out. Now let's step past the yellow tape and into the shadows of West Wilson Avenue.
The Desert Shadow, the Nathaniel Burkett case. April 22, 1978, Las Vegas, Nevada. The neon lights of the Strip feel a world away from the quiet, dusty shadows of West Wilson Avenue. At number 211, the morning air is thick with the scent of desert heat and asphalt. A young woman walks toward a parking stall, perhaps thinking of her plans for the day. But as she nears the concrete wall, she sees a sight that shatters the morning's peace. Tucked into the narrow gap between a vehicle and a wall lies the nude body of 22-year-old Barbara Ann Cox. She is still, her life extinguished in a moment of terrifying violence. In a city built on luck, Barbara's has tragically run out. There is a heavy, lingering darkness in the way her body was discarded, thrown away like refuse in the dirt. Investigators arrive quickly, their boots crunching on the gravel. They find a grim scene. Barbara had been sexually assaulted and eliminated via manual strangulation. The struggle was silent, brutal, and intimate. As they process the area, they notice a man nearby. He is staggering, clutching a bottle of whiskey, his eyes glazed with intoxication. "I didn't have anything to do with that. I don't know nothing," the man suddenly blurts out. His voice is thick and slurred, offering a denial before the police have even asked a single question. The detectives exchange a look. It is the kind of immediate, unsolicited statement that sets off every alarm bell in a seasoned investigator's mind. They want to talk to him, but the man is too drunk to function. "He's in no state for a statement," one officer mutters. "Take him home, let him sleep it off." The man is escorted back to his nearby apartment, where he collapses into a stupor. At the crime scene, the forensics team meticulously combs the area. They look for hairs, fibers, or any trace of the person who did this. But in 1978, the gold standard of modern science, DNA, is still a dream of the future. Without a confession or a direct witness, the trail begins to go cold before the sun even sets on the Vegas desert. September 1st, 1978, Picayune, Mississippi. Just months after the discovery in the Nevada desert, tragedy strikes in the humid air of the Magnolia State. At a private residence, 65-year-old Mamie Burkett is found deceased. The scene is harrowing. Mamie has been brutally beaten and strangled. Unlike the anonymous parking stall in Las Vegas, this crime is deeply personal. Local authorities move quickly, and the investigation leads them to Mamie's own son. In the small-town legal system of the late 1970s, Nathaniel Burkett is charged, but the charge is reduced to manslaughter. He is sentenced to a term in Mississippi prison, seemingly closing the book on this specific chapter of violence. The early 1980s, Las Vegas, Nevada. After serving his sentence, the man known as Criptoe returns to the familiar streets of the Las Vegas Valley. He moves with a distinctive, heavy limp, a physical marker of a childhood battle with polio. To those who encounter him near West Wilson Avenue, he is just another transient figure drifting through the city's lower-income corridors. October 3rd, 1994. 16 years have passed since the first discovery. On a desolate stretch of land in the 2000 block of West Bonanza Road, just a short distance from the site of the first murder, a passerby finds the body of 27-year-old Valerie Hill. Like the victim before her, Valerie has been sexually assaulted and eliminated via strangulation. Metropolitan Police Department detectives arrive and secure the scene with yellow tape. Investigators from the forensics unit kneel in the dirt, using small brushes and tweezers to collect trace evidence. They find biological samples and preserve them in a sexual assault kit. At this time, DNA technology is emerging, but the National CODIS database is not yet fully operational. The investigators have no way of knowing that the microscopic evidence they are holding is a perfect match for the evidence stored in a box from 1978. The case of Valerie Hill is filed away, joining Barbara Ann Cox in the archives of The Unsolved. February 11, 2002. 8 years later, 41-year-old Catherine Katie Graves is found deceased in an area near F and McWilliams Streets. The cause of death is familiar: manual strangulation. While detectives notice the pattern of the locations and method, the cases remain separate files handled by different investigators across different decades. 2012. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department Forensic Laboratory. Under a federal grant to clear the backlog of cold cases, technicians begin processing evidence from decades past. Inside the lab, scientists extract biological material that has been frozen in time. Using a process called polymerase chain reaction, they amplify the tiny amounts of DNA found on the victims. They create a genetic profile, a biological barcode unique to only one person on Earth. One by one, the results come back. The DNA from Barbara Ann Cox matches Valerie Hill. The DNA from Valerie Hill matches Catherine Graves. The detectives realize they are looking for one man who has been operating in the same small radius of Las Vegas for over 20 years. They upload the profile into the combined DNA index system. After a few tense moments, the screen flashes with a hit. The DNA belongs to Nathaniel Burkett, August 2012. Picayune, Mississippi. The law finally catches up with the man with the limp. Working on a temp, local authorities locate 66-year-old Nathaniel Burkett and take him into custody. He is extradited back to the desert city where he thought his secrets were buried. The Clark County Courthouse, Las Vegas, Nevada. The trial is a journey through time. Prosecutors present a mountain of evidence that bridges a gap of 40 years. They call forensic experts who explain that the odds of the DNA profile matching a random person are 1 in 360 quadrillion. The defense argues that the evidence is old, but the silent testimony of the DNA is deafening. Witnesses recall the man with the whiskey bottle and the unsolicited denials from 1978. In May 2018, a jury delivers the verdict: guilty on all counts of first-degree murder for the deaths of Barbara Ann Cox and Valerie Hill. He is sentenced to 2 consecutive life terms without the possibility of parole. January 19, 2021. The story of Nathaniel Burkett reaches its final chapter in the medical ward of the Northern Nevada Correctional Center. At the age of 74, Burkett passes away from complications related to COVID-19. He takes any remaining secrets to the grave, but the technology he couldn't outrun ensured he didn't die a free man. For the families of the victims, the decades of silence are finally over. Science did what human eyes could not. It unmasked the monster in the parking stall.
That brings us to the end of this case. Thank you so much for watching and uncovering the truth with us today. If you appreciate the work we do here at 10 by 10 Confidential, please remember to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss a notification when our next video gets out. I want to hear from you in the comments. If technology hadn't caught up to Nathaniel Burkett, do you think he would have ever stopped? Or was he just waiting for his next opportunity? Let me know your thoughts down below. Until next time, stay safe.